Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Alex Kramer. It's now time to get down to business. And for help with that, we're going to bring in business and markets analyst and NewsMax contributor Seth Denson. Good morning, Seth. Let's take a quick glance at those markets. So they finished the day down. Oh, my favorite story. The Biden administration announcing yesterday an additional $4.8 billion in student debt loan forgiveness, affecting more than 80,000 borrowers. Okay, so the total approved debt cancellation by the Biden administration is now nearly $132 billion. Seth, this is ridiculous. I mean, will this ever run dry?
Well, by the way, there is no water left in the well or money left in the well at the federal government anyway. So dry doesn't matter. We're just going to keep pumping out more. And this is the Biden administration's attempt to effectively circumvent what the Supreme Court already said in the original $400 billion deal, which is no. So what the Biden administration is doing is now going back to old repayment plans, many of which were implemented under the Obama administration, and saying, let's redo these things. This particular will impact those that have provided public service for a period of a decade or more. Okay, I can maybe get behind that. The second one is for the debt repayment plan for those who didn't meet specific income levels. And that was a piece of the system that was put in place and passed in 2007, but put in place by the Obama administration. Now, here's the thing. I really appreciated what Governor DeSantis said. Until we actually get universities responsible for some of these loans, cost of college is going to keep going up.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sorry, you took out a loan, repay it with your own money. Our tax dollars do not need to pay for your loan.
Fired up, Alex.
It makes me so mad because all of us, we all paid off our loans. I'm not paying for yours. Okay, so the genetic testing company 23andMe confirming hackers stole personal data for 6.9 million users, or half of its customer base. So some of the stolen info even includes DNA profile information. My goodness, Seth, what's your take here?
Well, this is getting from bad to worse. And by the way, 23andMe, which trades under the NASDAQ under the symbol ME, down 55% year to date. Interestingly enough, yesterday it only dropped about another point, but a 55% drop in stock price is pretty rough over the course of the past year. So they're struggling. Nonetheless, this is just going to make it worse. And what happened was this hacker was able to tap into less than 1% of the users, but because of the way that the system is set up, it was able to use that to then connect to millions more records. And unfortunately, we won't know the actual damage of this for some time to come.
That's very, very scary, Seth. Okay, so how about this one? An ultra-right beer, the woke-free beer company, launched as an alternative to Bud Light, is now teaming up with women's sports advocate Riley Gaines to release a 2024 Real Women of America calendar aimed at defeating wokeism. Seth, talk about this growing trend of really rejecting woke politics in business right now.
Well, the old saying, or I should say relatively new saying, go woke, go broke, certainly applies. We saw it obviously happen to Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light, but even a broader look at those companies that embraced woke beliefs and effectively expanded them. Lost on average, we're estimating about 16% of their market value. That's billions in market cap by embracing this. So here we've got these companies that are saying, hey, we'll go the opposite way. Well, we'll reject that methodology and embrace other ideals and see if that pays off. So far, so good. These companies that have done this are doing well. They don't have the market presence that maybe some of these bigger companies do, but we'll see if this trend continues.
We shall see. Okay, so quickly, McDonald's preparing to open a new restaurant in a Chicago suburb. So it's called CosMc's, and will reportedly serve coffee, slushies, and a variety of frozen beverages, as well as some food options. About 10 seconds left. Seth, do you see this kind of sticking around and expanding throughout the states?
We'll have to see. To me, it looks like McStarbucks. I mean, they got coffee, they got specialized drinks and snacks. Hey, I'm in. I'm addicted to that stuff anyway. Let's roll.
Hey, it may work. If they can find a price lower than Starbucks, it may work. Seth Denson, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Alex.